Planet Dolan.
From getting stuck in a cat flap to bathing in cheese, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the dumbest things we've done while drunk. I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by KaptainCakd. On his 7th birthday, Zaragamba's parents were on the porch with ice-cold beers. When his grandma went to the bathroom, and when his grandpa wasn't looking, Zaragamba grabbed his grandma's beer and ran back into the house. He chugged the entire bottle, thinking it was going to make him do funny things because he was just starting to learn about alcohol. Well, he was right. He tumbled down 13 steps, giving himself a concussion. When he woke up 3 hours later, he was laying in bed with his mom standing next to him. She was checking his vitals, his breathing, his heart rate, his hearing, and of course, she was yelling at him. She told Zaragamba that, apparently while he was drunk, he went into the road bare-ass naked with a pan. He banged the pan on the sidewalk while yelling, "The chickens are coming! The chickens are gonna fuck all of you!" He didn't remember any of it, and was grounded for 2 months. Number 9 was submitted by Agent Wolf. When Kaptain lived in Eastern Europe, he got completely hammered when he went out drinking with some friends. Earlier, he brewed some really strong shit called hooch that he put into a gallon jug and chugged. Everything else was a blur, but his friend told him that he stole a goat, broke into his ex's place, and left it there. His friend also mentioned that Kaptain filled a bathtub with a few gallons of nacho cheese, sat in it, and said he was a human nacho. The next day, Kaptain woke up with a horrible hangover and felt miserable for the entire day. Number 8 was submitted by FearingKittyKat. One time, Spincess drank whiskey for the first time and got drunk. She had to poop, so she walked outside, stripped off all her clothes, and shit on the front lawn. Her parents had to walk her inside and give her a shower while her boyfriend Tolop waited outside. In the morning, he walked into the room and told Spincess that she was a very funny drunk. Number 7 was submitted by TheAlmightySOSOGE. Spinal Palm and his friends celebrated his birthday by going to a local bar, but were kicked out because the bartender figured that Spinal Palm and his friends were underage. So, they went to a store where they paid a guy $100 to buy them 5 bottles of whiskey and 5 bottles of wine. While they were walking home, Spinal Palm and his friends began to drink. By the time they walked onto the street, they had drank almost all of the bottles. Spinal Palm was walking on all fours when he saw his house. He tried to unlock the door, but his key didn't fit. He then saw a cat flap and thought,
"When did I get a cat?"
Figuring it would be a good idea to crawl through the cat flap, Spinal Palm crawled through it but got stuck midway. He cried for help, and then saw a couple storming down the stairs.
"Mom, Dad, is that you?"
It wasn't his parents, and needless to say, Spinal Palm and his friends stayed overnight at the police station. Number 6 was submitted by Checkout Alec M13 on YT. One time, Legna and his friends went to a bar where they drank some whiskey. He had 5 and was pretty hammered, so he went to the transgender bathroom to take a whiz. He went inside and saw someone who looked like a woman, so he slapped her ass. It turned out to be a guy, who immediately maced him. Legna ran out of the bathroom and went into another, where he used a urinal. The problem was, he had run into the women's bathroom. He was so drunk that he was pissing in the sink, thinking it was a urinal. A woman saw him and slapped him. Legna fought back, thinking the woman was a man. He tackled her, but then security was called. Before leaving, Legna was let off with a warning. Number 5 was submitted by Mike1292. When he was 9, Time Wanderer and his friends were home alone. They found a bottle of vodka in his dad's liquor cabinet. Being the dumbasses they were, they drank the entire bottle. Beyond hammered, they decided to try to ride the ceiling fan like a carnival ride. So, one of the Time Wanderer's friends lifted him up onto one of the fan blades, but the fan fell and Time Wanderer broke his leg. When his parents got home, they took him straight to the hospital, where he had to get a cast. He was also grounded for 2 weeks. Number 4 was submitted by randomness_YTT7. When he was at a party, MKLM got so drunk that he wrecked the house where the party was being held. As he wrecked the house, he found a mushroom and picked it up. He gave it to a midget and said, "Grow, Mario, grow!" Shortly after, he passed out on the dance floor, but woke up in the attic. MKLM only knows what happened that night because after he got home, his friend Gurgak told him what happened. Number 3 was submitted by CaptainBumpy. Just out of high school, Doopy went to a friend's party in her family's 4th floor condo. Her parents were away, so the booze was plentiful. At one point during the party, a drunk Doopy went outside and wandered around the complex to the side with balconies. She thought it would be cool to climb back up using the railings of the balconies and surprise everyone by entering through the balcony doors. Well, Doopy made it, and everyone was impressed. Now, whenever she drives by those condos, she shudders to think how close to death she came that night. Number 2 was submitted by PokerCraft. Pringle was at a New Year's Eve party at his friend's house. He made a bet with his friends that he couldn't drink 10 shots of vodka in a minute, but Pringle actually did it. He then thought he had superpowers because he managed to drink 10 vodka shots. So he dressed up like Superman and jumped out the window. Pringle was very lucky that he only broke his arm because he fell onto concrete. He never drank that much again. And number 1, the stupidest thing I've done while drunk. The very first time I touched alcohol was in university. I'd never had it before, so I had no idea how much I could drink before actually getting drunk. For some stupid reason, I had skipped dinner that night, and my friend came over to me with a giant bottle of vodka. He put it to my lips, and I started to chug. Everyone around was so stunned that I was actually drinking that they started chanting, "Chug, chug, chug, chug," and I kept going and going until I was gone. The next thing I remember, I woke up in my bed with grass in my underwear, one contact in my eye, and no recollection of the previous night. I also had a bunch of photos on my phone with me and a bunch of people I don't remember meeting, and I had a huge cut on my knee that in hindsight I think probably could have used stitches. My friend told me that I had a contest with another girl to walk backwards down the stairs in heels. Yeah, that didn't end well. Huge thanks for all the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the absolute dumbest thing you've ever seen? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
Planet Dolan is now a video game. Play it as Dolan, Melissa, and the rest of the PD crew collecting shinies to unlock skins and power-ups. Download from the Android or iOS App Store and start racing today for free.
Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.